chat with our guests who are joining us this evening from Bangalore. Dr. Lakshmi Ashwin Gowda is a BJP spokesperson, and Advocate Kapil Madan is a political analyst. Will be speaking on behalf of the Congress party. Dr. Gowda, you've just heard from DK Shivakumar. What he's saying is this. He's saying that, look, I'm not saying don't punish someone if they are guilty, but the police was way too quick to jump to the conclusion that the Mangalore pressure cooker blast was actually a terror blast. How did they know even before investigations that this was a terror blast? Essentially what the BJP has done, he says, is to hype the entire incident to deviate from issues staring at it, staring at the BJP in their face. There was embarrassment at hand. There was talk of electoral data being stolen, etc. They needed something to deviate public attention, and this is the opportunity they used.
I'm so sorry to tell the so-called chief ministerial candidate who's taking a huge claim to be the chief ministerial candidate for the upcoming assembly elections. The way he is speaking about the issue, which is having major implications about the national security and the internal security of the nation, it's so preposterous. It's highly condemnable. It shows his moral turpitude. The way he is telling, see, he is expecting the incident to happen of the range of Mumbai terror attacks, 26/11 blast, and Pulwama attacks. There was enough circumstantial and material evidence to prove that there was a clear case of terror attack. Mohammed Sharik, the 25-year-old Mohammed Sharik, was being convicted in this attack. He has a ISIS links. The photographs we have collected from his cell phone and his other his links with the ISIS clearly tells that he has a link with, he's a terrorist, one thing. And another thing, the way he is speaking about the issue, which is having a major implications about the national security, is condemnable. He has to come out and apologize. The way he is dissipating the issue is so preposterous. He's saying the Mangaluru blast attack, the Mangaluru blast incident has happened much before the incident. The recent the crime that voter bank fraud list that has happened, that's very recently. Mumbai blast attack was happened in the last month. He is linking this with that. It's very preposterous. He has to think about himself first before he making any false allegations about the issue, which is having a major national implications. Is the so-called chief ministerial candidate. He has to stop doing this appeasement politics at this point of level. It couldn't prove anything.
Kapil Madan,
other than getting the flack of a people.
Kapil Madan,
it's a vibrant democracy. People are watching him.
Okay. Kapil Madan, we've just heard people are watching him. There's also an election coming. Kapil Madan, the fact is that, Mr. DK Shivakumar has been on this channel. He was on this channel at the top of 6, clarifying what he had said. In any case, you can give as many clarifications as you want to. The initial statements that have gone out have gone out. Has he scored a self-goal? Because the BJP very clearly is accusing him of being a terror sympathizer, of appeasement politics.
So Shreya, one thing, if there is one party that has mastered the art of evading the responsibility, that is the BJP. And I'll give you, clear instances of, this. Now we know who's at the center, who controls the intelligence, etc. BJP is at the center. Who is the government responsible for the law and order in Karnataka? That is the BJP. Now, if there is some incident that has happened, some untoward incident has happened, now the first question one should have asked, if it is a terrorist act, was your agency sleeping? Don't you take the responsibility? And why can't you take the responsibility of the fact that when you are at the center, at the helm of affairs, in Karnataka, you are running the government, you are responsible for law and order, then under what circumstances, this kind of an incident, could happen? That is number one. And what did Mr. DK Shivakumar said? I mean, it is a fundamental and elementary criminal law that you can't, make statements without, having a firm conclusion, having firm evidence that conclusively says that, yes, it is a particular act of terror. I'll give you an example. Now, BJP is again one party where their sitting MP is terror prosecuted under the terror laws. Now, because the trial is pending, can we say that she's a terrorist? No, we can't say that she's a terrorist because as per our criminal jurisprudence, everyone is presumed to be innocent until and unless he or she is proven guilty by the court. In the same breath, I would say that for that matter, for any instance, I mean, once you have the entire evidence with you, you present it before the court, and after the trial,
But
if
look,
it is a case.
but Kapil Madan, all that is very well. All that is very well, but then by the same logic, we should have called Ajmal Kasab a terrorist till the very end, till the legal procedure was over. But we knew what he did, right? Everyone knew what he did. In this case as well, the guy is injured. Everyone has seen, everyone, just a minute, his Aadhaar card is available. The fact is, he's the one who was injured. He was the one who was found in an auto. This obviously was some sort of an attempt at a terror attack, if nothing else. It went horribly wrong. Why should we not call him a terrorist?
I will, Shreya, I will not make a statement on either side. All what I will say at this point in time is let the police file its charge sheet, because at the nascent stage, you may have a prima facie view.
Okay.
I mean, and we have seen cases where the police have said something at the time of registration of the FIR. While filing the charge sheet, they've said something else. There could also be a possibility that, even if it is a terror attack, there could be a possibility that there might be some other people who were actually involved. And, after the conclusion of an investigation, when you have a thorough probe, when you have thorough investigation, you have names of those people will also be out after the investigation. All Mr.
Okay, Dr. Gowda, what Kapil is saying is this: don't rush into calling anyone a terrorist, because we can do the same, or anyone can do the same with Sadhvi Pragya as well, the sitting BJP MP from Bhopal. She was convicted. There were charges against her in a terror case as well. Did people go on calling her a terrorist? She was chosen as a member of parliament.
Mr. KPCC President in general and the Congress spokesperson in particular should know the fact that he, the one who is convicted, the Mohammed Sharik, 25-year-old Mohammed Sharik, he is a known terrorist. He has already done the acts before, and we have necessary material and circumstantial evidence to prove that he is a terrorist. And that is under probe. Okay, that's a different thing. They are expecting, the spokesperson and the Congress president are expecting to happen a much ghastlier incident, much terrified than this. This is very condemnable. What kind of attitude is this? Decadent attitude. Solely our Congress party is dwindling across the nation. Well, state by state, you're losing state by state. Please prioritize a national interest over your parochial personal interest, narrow interest. We should unanimously join our hands to condemn the acts of terror in all its forms and manifestations across the political spectrum without giving any political color to your something ghastly act like this, okay?
Okay.
Now, Shreya,
but Dr. Gowda, you're saying they're losing all elections. They've just won Himachal Pradesh.
To abolish it completely in all
20 seconds. Kapil, only 20 seconds.
Have tried very well under your tenure. Why did you allow them to try? Try well in our state.
What you see on the TV is, the BJP spokesperson is artfully not speaking on Sadhvi Pragya, because if we apply the same test, perhaps she will contradict herself if we start talking about Sadhvi Pragya, because she is in the same situation. That's all.
Okay, we leave it there, but how wise was it for, Dr. DK Shivakumar to actually be seen to be defending someone who's an accused in a terror attack, irrespective of what happens once the entire legal procedure is over? Is he convicted? Is he not convicted? That is a separate case altogether. But to be seen attacking the BJP while supporting someone, or at least that is the impression that went out, because politics is a lot about perception. And as I said, has Dr. DK Shivakumar scored a self-goal? He possibly has, but he's been on this show. He's clarified his statement as well. So we'll let the public judge. Dr. Gowda, thank you very much for joining us. And Advocate Kapil Madan, thank you very much for joining us as well. Let's move